It's 9:51. Real quick, I'm about to drink some water. Big old thing of water. I'm gonna combine it together because it's like half and half, because me and the mister tend to drink water from the same bottle. We're gonna put it together. We're gonna drink some water. COVID-19 quarantine has got me over here going nuts. Behind the scenes, I am not very comfortable with my freedom being restricted. COVID-19, this is something I knew about myself even as a kid. One of the well, I wouldn't say that's the right word. One of the disciplinary things that my mother and father used to do, they recognized that I don't like my freedom being taken away. You can beat me all day, but freedom to do and be taken away or restricted, oh, it drives me insane. So, I've been dealing with a pain in my like in my blade, my shoulder blade, on my shoulder, and I'm almost thinking it has something to do with the stress that's going on, and a part of it, I think it might be a little bit of a what I want to say, a little bit of a side effect to one of these supplements that I was taking. So this is Anavar, and Anavar, for those of you who know what steroids are. But this Anavarol, this is like an alternative. Claim it's a natural form, but the ingredients in it, one of them, I got a feeling has given me an effect. So I'm gonna stop taking them. This one was fine, but I just stopped taking them altogether. I still, yeah, I'm going nuts, y'all. I don't know how to feel or do. But I know this vlog is going to be about my slimming thingy. My slimming thingy. This thing right here. I'm gonna drink my water, and then I'm going to use this thing right here. I'm trying to get to light so you guys can see. So I'm going to use this thing right here. I'm going to give you guys like a quick overview of what it is, how it's used, and then I'll give you guys a bit of a routine of how I'm going to be doing this for the next couple of weeks, and pretty much as often as I feel like it, because I'm all about being self-sufficient in this journey of mine. So let me drink my water and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so it's not like it's some cool sunlight or enough sunlight for things, but a quick background. For the past 2 weeks, me and the community, the Listen community, if you're not a part of my community, you want to check the link down below. It's 500 plus women. We're all on the same journey just to better our lives and be a encouragement and support to each other. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And we were doing a challenge. We were doing a waist training challenge. And in the waist training challenge, you wore your waist trainer and whatever preferred topical that you want. And you did 30 minutes workout or cardio, whatever you are able to do. Activity is very important. And you did that at home or outdoors if you were able to. And we did that for 2 weeks. And my results showing you, yeah, my lines are back in. I'm not going to say that I lost an inch or so. I lost an inch before, and then my period came, and then, yeah, so you know how that goes. I do notice a difference in just how my abs look. So, and I just had water, so that's kind of interesting, but I do retain and hold a lot of water. But I still have a frustration, which happens to be this part of, I mean, it's a lot less than the last photo, or the last video rather, but this is really where my issue kind of is here. And so a while back I did a video on what your belly looks like it means something specific. It means a hormonal imbalance. It may mean stress. It may be inflammation as far as your digestive system. I did like a whole live spiel on, you know, what your belly type tells you. And I got an idea of what mine is telling me. It's one, my diet. I have to be even more stricter with my diet, which that's a given with any of us. We have to be very strict if we want a certain type of results. And then two, I know that I just have some stubborn areas in my body. I just do. Stubborn areas. And I'm getting older. So I want to grow old gracefully, and I want to be able to control what I can control when it comes to the way I look, the way I feel, and my health. So we did do that challenge. I started off using the Lipo 6, got this from Amazon, as well as the Vasoburn. I've used Vasoburn before, and I've gotten amazing results because this is what I used when I had to do my fasted cardio for my bodybuilding competition. So I went ahead and used this most of the training, the waist training, you know, challenge, and we're still continuing it, but we're adding to it. We're going to learn how to do our own laser lipo cavitation regimen to our own bodies. There's other different techniques and things that you can do, and I've been through this several times. I've worked with several different, I want to call them estheticians, but those that do, you know, these things to help with reducing the appearance of body fat, tightening the skin, and things like that. I've asked hundreds of questions. I love learning something new, and once I learn something new, I enjoy doing it myself, and then once I do it myself, then I like sharing it with others. So that's kind of like the order and how things go with me. But so we're going to continue the waist training challenge, but I want to show you guys, going to show you what this is. This is a 3-in-1 slimming and beautifying machine. There's different types. There's quite a few of them on Amazon. To be honest, I got this from Groupon. So I don't even know if it's on Groupon anymore, but I got it for the price that it actually cost on Amazon, like $50 or something like that. I think this one probably was originally like $80, and they were giving it on Groupon for about 50 bucks. But it came in this wonderfully packaged box. So everything is in here. I haven't used it yet because I wanted to use it with the community. We were going to do this all together. So what's in the contents is there's 4 of these little pad things that are supposed to help, what I want to say, it's almost like those ab things that like kind of make your abs like contract and all of that stuff, but that's what these are. So there's 2 in this one, 2 in this one, so there's a total of 4, and this connects to the device. This is the actual device, and I can take the plastic off, but this is what it looks like. The lights are around where you see the gray, and right here where the mirror looks like, that's where the heat actually is involved. And then you have your buttons. You have your power button. You have your EMS, which that is what these are. So when they're connected to it, that's your EMS. The infrared, which is around, so it turns like you'll see red and it gives you off infrared. Yeah, you get it. And then sonic, I think that has a lot to do with the tapping, or, you know, the vibration or whatever that actually happens with the machine. But we are going to see. And then there are high and low levels on the side of it. It might be slightly different on your device if you do have one, or if you do choose to get one. It might be slightly different, but the highest is 5. The lowest usually is 0. That makes sense. And you would use this to reduce the appearance of fat and tighten the skin. So it's supposed to, in other words, what it does is the light and the heat causes the fat cells. So we all have fat cells. We have a certain amount. They either shrink or you could possibly get rid of them. Your fat cells, they're little small cells. They are encompassed of, you know, carbs, all kinds of stuff that really holds energy. It's really just held energy. And what the device does is it opens up the fat cells and it takes the contents, or allows the contents to come out, and it goes through your lymphatic system, your metabolism system, that allows you to burn it off or sweat it out or whatever that may be. And then your fat cell actually, I don't want to say it flattens, but it shrinks. So there's options where there's actual invasive liposuction, where it actually pulls the fat cells out and you don't get any more. But in this case, we're talking about shrinking what's already there. And in some cases, more than likely, it may go away completely if you follow a good balanced diet and exercise or activity. So this is the plug that goes with it. So yes, it is, it doesn't require batteries. Thank God for that. But it's, you know, plug with the outlet, and it goes into the bottom here. So we're going to use this as our next step. And so there are some things that you should definitely follow. There's rules that you should follow if you're going, even if you were going to pay to have this done. I've had this done probably like 3 or 4 times, different types of ways. But if you plan to get this done at an actual facility where they do this for you, they're going to tell you what you should do. If they don't tell you what you should do, then you may not want to go back there. But if you know you want to do this yourself, these type of treatments can well up to $200 or more. If you're using Groupon, it could be a little bit cheaper, but it's still close to $100, $200 for, you know, to get the results that you're looking for, because they're saying you need to do it a number of times, 6 or more sessions, and it all depends on the person. So why not actually get your own device, and you can control how often you need to do it, or you feel you should do it to get the results that you want to. And, you know, say for example, you get the results you want to, and then you're all happy and you're doing all your things, and then, hey, kind of comes back because you just went off track of your diet or their way of living. Not that that's a bad thing. We have lives, and you can always come back to this to get that done. So you definitely are going to need to use a gel or like an oil base or something with this device. You do not want to put this on your skin without anything on your skin, because this will burn you. So it does have heat that comes from it. So what I did get, which was also from Amazon as well, as Evelyn Cosmetics. This is a cosmetic liposuction. So I'm not exactly sure. This is my first time even seeing this, but I believe that you don't necessarily have to use this. You could put this on just like the other 2 products that I've been using and do your exercise or whatever you like to. But I'm going to do a little bit more reading on this. And it says eliminate persistent cellulite, reduces thigh circumference by, okay, so, you know, I'm not really trying to get rid of my thighs. The abs is always our problem area, especially our lower belly. So I'll give you an example what I mean. So this is where I'm at, and my abs are starting to come out because I do ab work. But it's just this here. I don't like the shake. It's a little tighter than before from the waist training, but this here, oh God, can you see it? Let me see, it did get smaller. I'm tripping. It got smaller. Well, at least we know waist training works. But this side actually protrudes a lot further than this side. So that's where my frustration is. We're going to do this as our next challenge. We're starting off April 15th. I'm going to show you how we're going to use this, and I'm going to stop talking. And let's go. All right, so let's first address timing. No more than 30 minutes and no more than 2 to 3 sessions a week. You do want to use a timer to help you. Now, your device does come with instructions, and the instructions that I got was very, very simple, straight to the point, and very clear. as to what mold you want to use to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. So since I'm only working on my lower belly, I am using the infrared and the sonic. I'm not using the EMS. I'll show you that in a separate video. You also want to make sure that you are using some form of cream or something on the area that you're going to massage when you do use this device. So again, as mentioned, you do want to follow the instructions. They were very simple and straight to the point. It looks like I'm moving fairly fast, but I am not. You want to move in a much more slower motion, circular motions, or if you're trying to, what I want to say, sculpt a certain way, you can go in, you can massage your area in that way, if that makes sense. But if you notice, I'm kind of sticking or making focus to one particular area. It was a little bit difficult at first to work with, but you do want to go in a circular motion, and you do want to use a cream or something of that nature on top. And you also want to move slower than what you see this video is doing. And so once you're done with the device, you want to make sure you unplug it and clean it with a damp towel. You don't need to use any soaps or cleansers or anything like that. This is just to get the product that you used on your belly off of the device. And then you're just going to go ahead and get ready for your workout. So it's suggested that you do some form of workout, cardio, or whatever that may be, at least 20 minutes after you do your own laser lipo cavitation massage regimen. It's good to put on a waist trainer, or you can use a sweat belt. This happens to be both a sweat belt and a waist trainer. It does have some boning actually in the back, and then those two pieces that Velcro across is to kind of singe your waist in. But it is recommended that you do some form of exercise after. Some other tips, very, very, very important. No caffeine or sugar. You also want to make sure that your diet is healthy and balanced. And not to mention, no food before and after. Water, at least 2 liters before and after your treatment. So that means you're going to have to do this entire thing, fasted, or you have to figure out what's a good routine that will work for you, because there are certain things you don't want to do. So again, no caffeine or sugar. Make sure you have a balanced diet. I could talk more about that. No food 2 hours before and an hour after. Just drink water 2 hours before and 1 hour after, and you should be good. So again, this is a journey. This is a challenge that I'm doing within the Listen community. You can check that community out in the description box down below. If you guys got any questions, definitely join that group to find out the answers to it, but you can comment down below this video. And if you got questions, I will try my best to answer it. Stay tuned for the next video where I give you somewhat of an update of what's going to be happening next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.